Who is and isn't K-pop? That's what we're going to find out today in this new video by me, Rubely. Hi, my Rubies, back to another video, and I am back. Look at me being consistent. This is what happens when you start popping off an algorithm and you're like, oh, let me continue this momentum right quick. So this is a video idea I've had in the back of my mind for low-key 3 years. Y'all see why I said that in the next section of this video. This is a big thing I've been thinking about for a while. With two particular acts on this list, I just need to talk about it. So I made a bigger concept actually for this, instead of doing individual videos for these two acts that I'm going to mention in this video. Who is and isn't K-pop? And this isn't just fully based off my opinion, well, it is kind of, but also things the acts have said themselves, literally, and how they describe their identity and everything, and not what K-pop stands who barely do research think. Because some of y'all be calling certain groups K-pop, I'm just what are y'all on? So here we are today, so I can fact check some of y'all. There are definitely people that could be in this video, that should be in this video. There's one I actually just realized I could have put in this video. I'm gonna mention her later. Let's get into this video before I crash out. Who is K-pop? Now I have a big list organized for this video, yet there are only 5 people on here that I can concretely consider K-pop. Y'all are probably side-eyeing me right now 5? Let me explain. The people in this category are artists that have been debated about for quite a while when it comes to their K-pop status, whether they are really a part of the genre. The 5 go as followed: Blackswan, JISOO, kaachi, KATSEYE, and chou. The common factor in the artists I just listed is that they sing in Korean, usually. A group like KATSEYE, for example, have more English in their songs, but they are still K-pop for one simple reason. They deadass said they are K-pop. Blackswan, a group composed of non-Korean members, is K-pop because they said they are K-pop. What isn't clicking to some of y'all who still deny them? That makes no freaking sense. Kaachi, as controversial as they were, are still K-pop. Chou, the Taiwanese member of Twice, whose debut EP was mostly sung in Korean. And finally, JISOO, the quote most Korean member of Blackpink, is the only member of the quartet who is actually K-pop. More on that later. Another person I like to add to this section that's not on the picture I made for this section actually is Yukika. Even though I'm pretty sure she's retiring and all that, I'm going to include her in this video. She's a Japanese singer who is based in Korea, and she sings in Korean. I just looked at some of her lyrics. Most of them are in full Korean. She's singing more Korean than Blackpink. I'm not joking. So now, who is adjacent? I have 4 adjacent categories created for this video. The first one being simply titled adjacent. This is basically for the ones I couldn't put in any of the other categories, but they are definitely just adjacent to K-pop. The 3 people I have selected for this category share these similar qualities. 1, they have promoted in South Korea quite a bit. And 2, they have significant K-pop ties. The 3 go as followed: CHANMINA, Eric Nam, and XG. CHANMINA is a Japanese-Korean rapper and singer-songwriter who has been prominent in the Japanese music scene for nearly a decade now. She has also been blending her Korean roots with her Japanese work for quite a while now. She's released a few songs in Korean, one being a collaboration with her now husband and father of her child, Korean singer-songwriter Ash Island. She's literally married to the music. Eric Nam is a former K-pop star. He was previously signed to CJ for the early years of his career and was very active in the Korean music scene. As of 2022, the Atlanta native plans to shed his K-pop star image and to reintroduce himself as a global pop star. XG, a Japanese girl group formed by X, is not K-pop, contrary to popular belief. They are a global group. not K-pop, nor J-pop. Y'all don't understand how long I've been waiting to say that publicly. About 3 years to be exact. Yes, they're one of the groups I mentioned earlier. Okay, there's another one actually. But the thing that makes them adjacent is that they have a presence in Korea. Such a significant one to the point where some consider them K-pop when they aren't. But at the same time, they move like a K-pop group. It's complicated, okay? It's complicated. Now on to the other adjacent categories I have. The second of my adjacent categories is adjacent by group. Every person in this category is simply adjacent to the K-pop label due to the group they grew prominence from. Now, there are definitely more people who could be in these following categories, by the way. So leave them down below in the comments, okay? Like, there's definitely more that could be in here. The list I have organized for the adjacent by group category goes as follows. Amber Liu, Bam Bam, Jackson Wang, Jennie, Jungkook, Lisa, Mark Tuan, and Sorn. I know y'all looking at me crazy right now for mentioning JK. I know y'all are. Amber Liu is a member of second gen girl group FX. Bam Bam, Jackson Wang, and Mark Tuan are all members of third gen boy group GOT7. Jennie and Lisa are members of third gen girl group Blackpink. Jungkook is a member of third gen boy group BTS. And Sorn is a member of third gen girl group CLC. Another thing all these people I have listed have in common is that they don't make Korean music as solo acts. That's the main thing with most of the people in these adjacent categories. And that's why JK is in this category, because Golden is in full English. I had to look into that. I was like, I haven't heard this man speak a lick of Korean in any of these singles I've heard. A lick of Korean, not a single drop. So that's why he's here. Okay, armies, don't come from my ass. Don't even try me at this hour. Don't do it. The third category is adjacent by company. The list goes as follows. &TEAM, dearalice, KATSEYE, niziu, nexz, and vcha. &TEAM is a Japanese boy group formed by YX Labels, HYBE's Japanese branch. dearalice is a British boy group. Yes, you heard that, a British boy group. Formed by SM Entertainment and Kakao Entertainment. I can't take them niggas seriously. I'm sorry, I just can't. I just can't do it. KATSEYE is a global girl group. You hear me? Global. Formed by HYBE and Geffen. That's the other group that I was like, if y'all call them K-pop one more freaking time. niziu and nexz are two Japanese groups formed by JYP Entertainment and Sony Music Japan. And vcha, now rebranding as girlset since there's an active lawsuit against their company for a bunch of shit, aka alleged abuse, is a global girl group formed by JYP Entertainment and Republic Records. All the groups I just named are under K-pop companies, notably the big three and HYBE. The fourth and final category is adjacent by group and company. So the same rules from the last two categories apply to this category in tandem, okay? The list goes as follows. Mini, Misamo, NCT Wish, Rose, wayv, yiren, and Oogie. Mini and Oogie are Thai and Chinese members, respectively, of i-dle, and are both currently under Cube Entertainment, unfortunately. Misamo are a Japanese subunit of Twice, who are under JYP Entertainment and Warner Music Japan. NCT Wish are a Japanese subunit of NCT, who are under SM Entertainment and Avex Tracks. Rose is a member of Blackpink and is signed to YG Entertainment, sublabeled The Black Label, and also Atlantic Records. wayv is a Chinese subunit of NCT, who are under SM Entertainment and Label V. And yiren is a former Chinese member of Everglow and is currently signed to Yahoo Entertainment, unfortunately, as well. Now, who isn't K-pop? That's the real question we need to answer in this video, low-key. Because most of the people I just mentioned in the adjacent category really are not K-pop, if you think about it. But they have those ties. They had those K-pop ties. So that's why they're adjacent. Now, the people who aren't considered adjacent, let's get into that. The people I'm about to list have some sort of vague connection to K-pop, or some K-pop listeners listen to them, and they get brought up in K-pop conversations, okay? Adela and Carly Girl, both contestants on the debut Dream Academy, just like KATSEYE. They have attracted the attention of K-pop stans, but they are not K-pop. Benny, a Filipino girl group, seems to have some K-pop overlap as well, but they're not K-pop at all. wayv, a Japanese girl group, has a pretty big K-pop fan base that I have noticed since their debut, actually, when they were still SG5. But they're not K-pop. Millie, a Thai rapper, was introduced to K-pop fans back in like 2021 with her collaboration single with Changbin the Stray Kids titled Mirror Mirror. She's also had a collaboration with BB as well, but she is not K-pop whatsoever, okay? 1or8 is a Japanese boy group who is under the same company as XG. But unlike their female predecessor, they don't promote in Korea, so they don't really have that adjacent thing to latch onto. Psychic Fever is another Japanese boy group I've seen brought up in some K-pop conversations, notably around decent and actually Blasian rappers, but they are not K-pop either. There are a bunch of other groups and acts that have K-pop inspiration that can come off as if they are K-pop from a simple glance, but they aren't. They don't share the same qualities as the names I mentioned in the K-pop category. Specifically, the Japanese artists I have mentioned, J-pop is the originator of K-pop, okay? Motown, aka black music, inspired J-pop and in turn inspired K-pop, okay? That's the real lineage for real. Also, one of the big reasons I included some of these artists in this category is because Spotify, for example, will sometimes include them in my K-pop mix for some damn reason. Like Adele Superstar was deadass in there for quite a bit when I was streaming the hell out of it. Like, had to get there. Makes no sense. I have a feeling a similar thing has happened to y'all watching before. Like, Spotify needs to get their shit together, because where is the K-pop label with that? Like, that makes no sense to me personally. But yeah, that's like the K-pop label is weird. Okay, the K-pop label is really weird, and it gets more murky when you have people like just throwing it around, like with like XG, for example. With KATSEYE, they had some mixed messaging on Dream Academy. They did have that mixed messaging, but it's really clear now that they're just not K-pop. Like, let's be smart. Let's be smart, okay? With the listener from Teach Y'all. Like, what's going on? But at the end of the day, I'm just a girl making this video, okay? I just know y'all have side-eyed me multiple times during this video. I just know y'all have the mentions of Jungkook, the blackpink, kaachi, Jesus Christ. I know they rebranded to something else. I think it was Ati. I don't care about that, okay? But the K-pop label is weird, okay? It's weird, and I just wanted to make this video because, like, the stuff about XG and KATSEYE has got to me over the past, 3 years. So I'm just like, you know what? Let's make a video about it. Let's make a video just being like, who is and isn't K-pop? Like, who really is just, like, they are tied to it because of earlier career choices. I'm not gonna sit here and act like, I don't know, for example, like with Blackpink, for example, the reason why they're the freaking thumbnail for this video, okay? Jennie, Lisa, Rose, they're not making Korean music as solo acts, but when they're in Blackpink, they're K-pop, okay? That's the thing. They're K-pop when they're in Blackpink, but when they're not in Blackpink, they're not K-pop, which is why the whole VMAs category for K-pop is weird to me, because why is Toxic Till the End in that category? What? Why? Why is Born Again there? Like, Jennie has some leg to stand on because it got a Korean rap in there, but like, still, it's not even like fully K-pop for real. Like, what's going on? Makes no sense. Like, the K-pop label is weird, y'all. It's weird, especially today when it's getting the westernization. It's weird, okay? I know it is. So, yeah, that's the video, okay? Leave your critiques down below. Be respectful, please, for the love of God. I already summoned multiple fandoms with this one video, probably. I just know I have. But yeah, I'm done today. Thanks for the support on the past videos. What should y'all stream today? Go stream some Boa. I was streaming some Boa last night, bro. Her song Better is really good. Also Crazier, her final lead single. That's crazy. Wow. But yeah, I'm done today. Have a nice day. Free Palestine and peace.